Hey, welcome to the second course video for the song Take Me Higher by BAND-MAID from their 2017 album, Just Bring It. I'm musically malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. This is our second course video where we take a deeper dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. So let's get in and see what all we're working with. All right, Take Me Higher is BAND-MAID in full motivational high voltage mode, an anthem of rising above fear, breaking limitations, and running toward the future with intention and joy. The song's heart is simple but powerful. Despair and hope are a thin line apart. Destiny isn't something you're handed, you build it. Prayer alone won't manifest anything, which, hey, even in a Christian circle, if you've been around the channel for any length of time, I'm a Christian. I love Jesus with my whole heart. We respect everybody on the channel, and I'm glad that we can have a space to learn and discuss things from one another. But even in Christianity, and I think sometimes people miss that, especially if they've encountered, I don't know, maybe just a disingenuous view or very rigid religious view of Christianity, which, if you know anything about Jesus, the people that he was most frustrated with are the religious leaders, those that thought they knew everything and were ultimately selfish, didn't understand the heart of God, were awful to the poor and to those that they couldn't benefit from. They required things of other people that they themselves didn't practice. And so, ultimately, this idea, even in Christianity, is like, yes, you pray and God works on your behalf, but sometimes that's in revealing the way you're meant to walk, revealing the thing that you need to move forward in obedience with. Now, prayer, yes, invites God, and it kind of connects your heart with his heart, your desires with his desires, and he 100% goes before you and can accomplish things that you can't in your own strength, opens doors for you. But most of the time, it's a partnership. And in prayer, God calls you to action. And so you kind of have to put the two together. Action is what transforms chance into purpose. You choose how high you rise. This track explodes with optimism and momentum. It's about stepping into the unknown, refusing to walk someone else's path, and running toward someone or something with unstoppable resolve. And I think, this was a shorter song as far as the lyrics within it. Despair and hope are probably separated by just a thin line. Trust it to chance. Even so, I'll keep on trying always. Yeah, so it's almost like you don't know what the outcome is. These two sides, despair and hope, which has been interesting because we've been going through 21 Pilots music, and also we started in F, and they both deal with a lot of what's the word? Like a lot of mental struggles, and also the duality that exists within all of us, and that one day you can feel very hopeful, and the next day you can be despairing, and not even in the next day, in the next moment, right? You can get the greatest news of your life followed by the worst news of your life. But this like pushing through, even so, I'll keep on trying. Even destiny, I'll refine it, transform it, remake it. Cool line. Just praying won't make dreams come true. Right, we already discussed that. The two go together. So take me higher. I'm not afraid anymore. I'll take that first step even into darkness. Dope. Rails someone else laid out, I'll break them and move forward. Go ahead. And they had rails in another song. I'm not sure which one, but the idea was almost like not following this, like rails are rigid. And it was kind of this idea of breaking off of that, almost creating your own path. I'll break out of your rails. Instead of tripping someone up, kick up your own supporting foot. Rise yourself higher. That's interesting. No matter what, I'll keep humming with a smile. Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like just focus on your own business, right? Even coincidences, I'll digest them and turn them into inevitabilities. My future depends entirely on me. Which there's something powerful in this, like, one thing I try to constantly instill into our children, because kids very given to impulse, right? And adults can be too at times. And the hope is that as you mature, you recognize like you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control your reaction to it. Somebody wrongs you, you can, choose to fight them, or you can choose to walk away. And you can take that into so many other arenas of life, of course. But yeah, I love this line. Even the coincidences, I'll digest, turn into inevitabilities. Don't stop me. I can't stop anymore. I'll take the shortest path straight to you. Even if someone gets in my way, I won't spare them a glance. Just keep your eyes on the prize. Do your work. I'll purify this world and be reborn. And wherever this thread I've pulled leads, that's where I'm going. So take me higher. All right. Very cool. Let's go look down and just see if there's anything else. This paper thin line, thin, fragile separation. Despair and hope coexist. So yeah, obviously this line of a rail, predetermined life paths, expectations, conformity. Kick up your pivot foot. Okay. One said you're supporting, which makes sense, pivoting. So nitpicking or tripping others, your base foot, inner stability. The lyric encourages self-improvement instead of criticism. Wow. And that kind of, even sticking into some of the biblical themes, the idea of like, instead of trying to get the splinter out of someone else's eye, remove the log from your own eye. Is what Jesus said. And so you can spend so much time criticizing others when it's like, hey, listen, first get that big log out of your own eye, okay? Focus on what you got going on. And then, once you're able to get the log out of your eye, like it's not that we can't be helpful to others. And hopefully there are people in your life, as there are people in my life, that if they see something within me that like, hey, everything going okay there? Or that's a little uncharacteristic for you. I think it's important to have those people in our lives, but it comes from a place of not nitpicking or tripping others. It comes from a place of genuine care and love. But for most of the time, it's just like your job's not to criticize everyone else, because if you point the finger back at yourself, there's probably things for you to focus on and work on. All right, another beautiful song. Really cool themes. Always a joy to look through these. Let me know your thoughts. If there's anything you saw that maybe I didn't see, let's have some conversation in the comments around it. Thanks for being with me for this one. I hope to see you in the next one. Sweet and good.